Tyra lied.
What's up, peoples?
What's up? This is your girl. I'm here with Ty. So I guess you're setting up on your phone and everything, but this is our my first episode for on the queue with Quadria Marie for 2022. So we just wanted to come on and just talk. I don't know what we're gonna actually talk about, but the Ty's a little nervous, even though he's always talking.
It's the new year.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our goals,
Mm-hmm.
plans for this year, what has changed and transpired in the past, I guess, 2 and 3 weeks, the beginning of like how January's been going.
Yeah. So how's it been going for you though?
Started off a new career direction.
Yeah.
Um, very new, something I've never done before. Um, I like to do things I've never done before, challenge myself. Been doing fairly well with it. Um, uh, Pretty much selling
Yeah.
solar panels and stuff like that. The job is not easy, but
No, it's definitely not. It's a lot of hard work. Sales is hard anyway.
yes, you got to be prepared for rejection, even if it's 200-300 people in a day.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been, number two in my company so far, so I'm doing really well right now.
That's the Hercules clap.
But
Yeah, tell me you're working like in the hardest district, Westchester County,
yeah,
right? In New York.
right,
Very hard to sell solar panels. It's hard to sell anything, let alone solar panels. A lot of people moving out New York.
right.
They don't want to have homes there. They have homes and they feel like they're going to end up selling and moving south.
Yes, that's a big thing.
Hey, cuz. Hey, Tiana.
A lot of people are
What's up, cousin?
moving out the city. New York is a lot has changed there. And the prices of everything.
Yeah.
Everything is
It's too high.
Too high.
And I think Jersey is high, and then you go in New York, you make Jersey look like a whole different set of prices.
Definitely.
Not cheap, but New York is definitely pricey to live. Like you were saying earlier, you have a little box, but you're paying $2,800 for one room if you have a room.
Right.
And you're sharing it with somebody.
Right.
So
I would love to go down south and see what that experience
yeah, you sure would. Hey, cuz, what's up? My family is coming on. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. It's nice to see you come on. So we just want to come on. We just want to just come and just start talking and see him. Ty and I talk all the time, just for hours, and we just don't even remember what we talk about. I don't remember what we talk about. You always remember what it is we talk about. So we just talk about all different things. So I said, well, this is good for us to just come on. This is my first episode for Wellness Wednesday for 2022. So I want to get back into the spirit of things. So he's always been a support system for me all through last year and stuff. So what else do you want to talk about? I know for me, I'm still working, doing my government thing. So I feel really good that I'm able to still help people and stuff. If you guys hear a cat in the background, that's Chloe and Heat.
Yeah.
So she has to make her appearance and stuff pretty much every episode. Even when I'm with the girls, Chloe puts her little booty out.
Right.
Or something, some body part. She wants to be seen on camera. She don't want to be forgotten about. So she's in Heat now. So I don't know. I might be in my own version of Heat, but we're not gonna talk about that on the live. Y'all already know what that is. What's up? I'm glad to see everybody coming on. Hey MJ, thank you for joining. I appreciate everybody coming on. So we're just here. If you guys actually want to ask us any questions, I don't know if I should ask that or not, but if they have any questions or even advice for couples that's in a new relationship and stuff. I know we wanted to talk about some things that we shared was like our first times that we never experienced with other people, at least so far. Right. I feel like we have a lot more firsts to come, but we can save that for when that time comes. But we can talk about like our Thanksgiving dinner, for example. So I know we're supposed to do a show then, but we got caught up actually cooking. At least I was doing most of it. And I was doing most of the cooking while he was eating and stuff, but we're not going to talk about that tonight.
And there was a lot of food that we cooked just for 2 people. It
sure was. Hey, Denise.
Yeah. I love to cook anyway, so
yeah.
We had a little of everything,
That I cooked, but
yeah. She cooked it, but I seasoned it,
Oh, he had to throw that in. I think you just said that because I just posted that video with Oprah, where she was eating that white woman's chicken on air. Mm-hmm. And the woman was talking to her about the chicken, like how it tastes. And Oprah was asking her, where's the salt and pepper at? And it was like unseasoned.
Oh no!
And she gonna tell Oprah to get it herself, like to put on the salt and pepper. No. I'm like, how you gonna go on air and not have a seasoned chicken for Oprah Winfrey? Like, this is a black woman from the South, and you bring her a piece of a bland, unseasoned chicken,
hospital food
on live on camera in front of millions of people. Oh, sure. Our cousin Tiana, there she go. I love you, girl. She said, "Okay, cuz got you a man that loves to cook." Yeah, he definitely enjoys it. He loves it. Now he got me cooking more because I was already cooking, but not as much as I should have. I was going out eating a lot of food, which I still do. But Ty has kind of reeled me in, I guess, to have me starting to cook more. Like this past week, I think every dinner, the last maybe 4 days, I've been actually on the stove. And I try not to do nothing that takes too long because that kind of made me not want to cook. The idea of having to be in the kitchen too long. I need something that can be done in like 40 minutes or less. Especially any of you working people out there, when you work all day, when you come home, you don't necessarily want to be, over the stove all day. Hey, Chloe. Hey, girl. I knew she was gonna jump up here. She found where we was at. She just followed our voices pretty much. Chloe. Yes, girl. We definitely need our chicken seasoned.
Yes,
I can't eat nothing without no seasoning and stuff.
I do like going out to eat, which I don't have a problem with. But there's something about cooking for me is definitely a love language.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I mean,
yes,
I enjoy seeing smiles on people when they eat my food. So,
well, you've been cooking for a long time.
Yeah, I'm more of a grill person. So, like every cookout and stuff like that, I'm on the grill. But it's nice to get cooked for sometimes. So, yeah, she's definitely been holding it down. We do our own rendition of Chipotle and
we've been doing a lot of that, like those Chipotle and bowl mixes and stuff, because it's supposed to be healthy. Because we're Team Snackfit, so we're starting to get back into the groove of that. So we're going to be posting more like workout videos and just funny videos and all different things. So we're still working on all that, but I think we just need to just be our natural selves without forcing stuff. So we're going to have a lot of that, especially with cooking, which is the idea you and I talked about. Because we are getting more into healthy eating, like we said, the Chipotle mixed bowls, the chicken and corn, the salsa, lettuce, all that healthy stuff.
It's definitely a lifestyle.
Yeah, it is. It's not something you do overnight either, because at our age, 25. Yeah, it's like we got to get rid of, all those years, of not necessarily eating the best that we should have. So it's just like resetting your body again.
And it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
For me, it's been a long journey. If you are following my Snackfit page or whatever.
Yes, please follow him on Instagram.
I was over 400 pounds, believe it or not. And it's been like over 2 years up and down. I haven't been that big all my life. I've been a big guy, but when I really wanted to make a change, I started saying no to sugars and alcohol and all of those things of that sort. And I started fasting, and I, not eating anything for like 12 hours and then 16 hours drinking tons of water. And it definitely helped out, start riding a bike that was in the backyard and start doing things that I haven't done since I was a kid. So, and a lot of those experiences, now I have them with her. So riding
Yeah.
bikes and going hiking and, just
Yeah, I don't
jogging
know
at the
about all
park.
that. Now hiking, I'll stand there and watch. I don't know about getting me to climb up, on the mountain and stuff like that.
Definitely.
I'm like a city girl.
So
I do like the bike riding though, especially now with my knee issues. I have to stick with kind of limited exercising, so I have to do like stationary bikes. So it was good you had me out there.
definitely.
It's not easy, like he was talking about. It's like as a kid, we used to be able to just jump on those bikes and ride, miles and stuff like that in the park. But as an adult, riding a bike is something different.
Right.
Your body is stiff. It looks easy. Just you're like, oh, that's just a little hill. No, it ain't just no little hill. You get your ass up there, you can't get back down again.
Yeah. A lot of people ask me, how do you do 60 miles? It didn't happen overnight. And
I can't do it. I'm
I
not gonna say I can't.
I invite
eventually.
people with me to go. I mean, I started out only doing 2 miles and then
Right.
turning around, coming back and forth, even if I had to walk the bike back up. And just gradually, that's what, with the fitness, you just work on it.
Yeah.
It's a daily thing,
It really is daily, and we always say it's more mental than physical.
Right.
Because you can actually psych yourself out from doing it, or you can pump yourself up.
And that's what, like, riding a bike with her, and I'm like, when you see a hill, don't think about the hill before you get there. The hill is actually the hill is actually flat. It's not like this. No matter how you're on the bike, the hill is flat.
The hill is not flat. It's flat to you, not my ass get up there and then I'm stuck and I gotta call for help.
Right.
My cousin Tiana, she said she hasn't eaten meat since last April. She said I still cook and season meat for my husband. Of course she does.
I went through all of those things. I went vegan and tried all of just the juicing only.
Right. I was thinking about doing
there's so many different ways. I mean, if you on that weight loss journey, going on YouTube would drive you crazy. I did 3 months of this, 6 months of that, 2 months of this. It's all on you,
and having like you said, having a partner definitely helps when it's not just you by yourself doing it.
Right.
You have somebody else to make you accountable, not as your partner, but even a friend or coworker, somebody that you can do something together with. And if you're not in person, they're able to at least reach out to you and check on you. Did you do this today, or did they do that? So you need somebody in your life that's going to be supportive of you making a change.
It's total life change too, versus being in your early 20s, which we're only 22. Like doing the festivities that we used to. Now it's like I'd rather you hit me up. Let's go bike riding. Let's go hiking. Let's go play basketball, jump rope, or whatever it is.
Yes, I don't know, cuz I don't know. I'm going to remove that comment. Talking about hiking is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
It's very beautiful to look at.
Go take
other
pictures.
People doing it.
Yes, everything is at your place.
Hey, cuz, my cousin Teresa's here. I love you too. I'm just reading the comments from people. Tiana says, I felt a lot better and more energized since not eating meat.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I had my other cousin Nick said that too. Shout out to Nick, by the way. He just celebrated a birthday. And he actually went a whole year without eating meat. And he just said his body felt, totally different. He's back eating meat now, but he went a whole year, without eating it. So I said I can do this. I really don't eat too much beef and stuff anyway. But I do like my chicken. Seasoned chicken.
And that's
chicken.
One thing about a body, like when I guess you're getting in shape and stuff, you wonder how these Instagram models or whoever, or these people that's going to the gym all the time.
Yeah, I still
you're thinking fish. Like, how are they doing that? Yes, you could change up their diet, but actually that chicken and broccoli and rice, or that tortilla and that sweet potato and black beans, weird stuff like that. You can Google it, you'll find out a lot. That stuff tastes good and it's fun. It gives you things to do.
And that's the thing, making cooking fun. Because some people don't do it. I know I was like that because it didn't seem as fun because they didn't know what they was doing or they didn't know what to cook and stuff. But once you start just practicing different things, something simple, it don't have to be this big extravagant meal.
Right.
Just start off simple with stuff that you can practice.
Right.
And as you do it more and more, the more experience you get, and then you can start mixing it up, changing it up, to your liking and stuff.
And you eat for your taste buds instead of eating to get full. You feel better. When I was doing all that juicing, I was doing uh, like beets, blueberries, and bananas and stuff like that. Every morning, I was going up on Facebook and posting it, and some people, gravitated to it.
Yeah.
Do some ginger, and I start eating a clove of garlic every morning. It's just blood circulating better. Eating beets and stuff like that, and at the point I was like, I can just only do juicing. I don't recommend anybody to just stop what they're doing and just only do juicing, because I tried it fasting. You get all that nutrition and all of that, those vitamins. Within 2-3 hours, you're starving. So they said you have to eat more to lose more weight. So it's what you're eating, is going to build your metabolism to start burning that stuff off.
Well, my cousin, she just posted that she said she posts recipes on her YouTube to show people meatless fun options. That's what we need. I need to go right now, as soon as we finish. I'm going to go on your YouTube and check that out, because that's a big thing for me, because I really don't eat too much meat. But if I have other ways, like with vegetables and fruits and stuff, just different ways that I can still almost feel like I'm getting the taste of meat, but not getting the meat, eliminating all that stuff. Oh, Toya is here. What's up, my sister? She's a healthy life couple. That's right, girl.
Yeah, that's the only way. You gotta want to live.
Just came from the gym. All right.
Yeah.
Pump it up, girl. Pump up.
Yeah.
Toya has always been an inspiration, as well as my cousin Tiana. As far as mental health, physical health, spiritual.
It's a lot of mental health.
So I appreciate y'all girls.
Keep trying to get in shape and all of that. Mentally. That's
I already got a little son. Look at this right here. I ain't even gotta really put no pressure in. It's already hard right here. Right. I just gotta get a little bit more definition.
See who's carrying the groceries. Right?
Yeah, I ain't carrying nothing now.
No, but
Tiana said she posted a Philly cheesesteak using jackfruit and her famous cauliflower wings.
Yes, I like cauliflower wings. Yeah.
You do love the cauliflower. Well, you love your wings anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters what type of wings.
But the cauliflower buffalo wings, well, they're not wings. It's cauliflower, but when you taste it, you use the right sauces. It tastes the same.
You're Chloe again.
There's a lot of calories in wings alone.
That's true, but you do love to eat them though.
Right.
Buffalo wings and.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're eating and what time you're eating. It's all a number game.
Got her booty in.
It's all
That's
a
my
numbers
man,
game.
girl.
So you eat more than 3,500 calories is a pound. So.
Well, that's the thing. Knowing what you're actually eating.
Right.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't know what they're eating. They just eating and don't know all the calories. But they can actually make the same meal that they're eating out in a restaurant that's less healthy for them at home with the right type of ingredients.
And the sodium that's in the food. If like I went to a Wendy's, I'm telling myself to get a coffee or whatever. And I haven't had Wendy's and McDonald's, no lie, in probably like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years or something like that. But now they have these warning for sodium and all of that on there. So it is. So you're thinking
that's true. A lot of telling you what
you're gaining all this weight, but it's the sodium in your fluids and stuff is just retaining in your muscles and your bones and all of that stuff.
And you still have to drink a lot of water to flush all this out anyway.
Right.
In your body. Tiana says, I'll send you my spicy black bean meatballs recipe too. Ooh,
that's right.
Ooh.
We'll do that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Anything that's healthy, especially if I haven't tried it, I'm definitely interested in doing, because that's different things to practice. Like we like to cook together.
Right.
We don't live together yet, so it's like when we see each other, we try to incorporate that.
Eating
so
good
that
or
when we
doing
get to that
some
point,
activity.
we'll do it.
And you can go right on YouTube and watch 30-minute video, get your blood flowing and all of that.
Pump it up. I got my bike here that Ty got for me.
Yeah, I've been really slacking in the past couple of months because I've been surgeries and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
But also, like the mental health part about it, it's like you have to work on that as you're working out as well, because they call them like fat gargles or something like that.
What is it, gargles?
Yeah.
What the hell?
When you look in the mirror, you don't actually see the weight loss. Other people will start telling you, "Oh, you look great," but your mind has that. It's been like that for so long, and it's a lot of mental that goes along with it.
Yeah.
So you get your mental strong, and then the rest comes along with it. I always say try it yourself before you
Right.
go pay somebody to tell you, because you can do all that show improvement in front of the trainer or whatever, but when you
Right.
get home, it's the calories that he doesn't see or she doesn't see that you're eating. So what
Right, they
someone
don't see
doesn't
it.
see,
Right,
it
that
doesn't
day,
count.
they'll see
It does count.
Yeah.
So
They'll see that mess the next week when you get back on that scale.
Right.
Toya said portobello mushrooms are a good substitute for meat. When you cook it right, it tastes like steak.
Right.
I think I've had those before, but I never thought about it before as a substitute. So I thank you for sharing that. Tiana said, how's the distance for you guys? We're pretty much, depending on how fast we're driving, can be between an hour and a half to even 2.5 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
For now.
The traffic,
yeah, we just gotta get
depends.
through it.
But since, like in the past, there's sometimes it's even just been an hour and a half, and during holiday times, it's a mess. Everybody, like, I don't know, nobody wants to get on the trains, nobody wants to get on the bus because of the pandemic and COVID and stuff. So I used to pick up some clients when I was doing some like transportation stuff, and they would call them pandemic drivers, people that haven't been on the road in the past 16 years, and all of a sudden they're going to use their license and buy a car because they don't want to be in public to get sick. So that traffic is like horrible now. Everything has, doubled. But it has eased off since the beginning of the year. So.
Well, she's asking us about that too. Like, how are we, handling it? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's what would be considered a long distance relationship to most people.
Right.
But I guess we're so used to it now because we've been together since last March, and we've pretty much been traveling since like April, right? Pretty much from to each other's houses.
Right.
So it's going on a year soon of us going back and forth. So we haven't really missed like a weekend too much. Maybe it might have been 2 weeks that we've gone without seeing each other since that time.
Yeah, and that's only been recently.
Right.
Before that, it's been every weekend.
Sometimes, every week we'll see each other. So it's definitely
3 or 4 days out of the week
sometimes.
Where it just it depends on the work schedule and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got to make that money too.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a challenge. We realized that if you feel like that person is worth it, if you can actually foresee yourself with that person, it's a sacrifice that you make. Like we feel like if you're dating, the purpose of dating should be for marriage. So it's like in your mind, you should already be able to be like, well, eventually, me and this person is going to end up at this place. So it's like, I always tell you that. I know you like to worry about that sometimes because we're not living together yet. So he talks about this a lot. Whereas I'm like, well, we only got so much to go. Like we just got to get through this so-and-so time period until that time. So it's kind of like if you see yourself with that person, you have a future with them, the time shouldn't even make as big a difference because time is going by fast.
Right.
Time goes by really quickly, especially when you're enjoying yourself with someone. So you may think like, oh, it might be 2 years. Next thing you know, it's just a year.
Right.
And then you're down to just 4 months, 5 months.
Right.
Until the time. And then you're like, oh, sure, okay. Now the time is coming. So people love to rush things so much. Sometimes it's best to just enjoy the time y'all have now instead of, worrying about things so much, things that hasn't even happened yet. Right. So it's just like him and I have just made that sacrifice. I know you don't like to use the word sacrifice, but that's what most people would generalize it as. You're sacrificing the time, 2 hours here and there to someone's home, gas and tolls and stuff. But if that's who you plan to be with, I don't see what the issue is. Like, I don't see how that's a bad sacrifice. It's a sacrifice that's worth it.
And I know a lot of people that, they hop on a plane and they only see their partner in different countries and stuff like that. And New York and Jersey is just like right there for those that don't travel.
Right.
For me, it's like I drive all the time. So it's,
That's true. You do a lot of driving.
I do a lot of driving. So since I was young, I was always driving. And so to me, it's like I blink going through New York and past the tunnel. It's only to me, it's very little. The only thing I my patience I've been working on.
Yeah, we had a discussion about this, about different things we feel like the other has to work on. But I think we could probably save that for another show. I mean, it's up to you if you want to talk about it.
Cool. It's
Thank
just
you, Toya. I agree with you, girl.
Sometimes, like we get used to doing a certain time of driving and stuff like that, and then having a whole bunch of people out of nowhere. It's just, to me, it gets a little frustrating.
You just don't like people. But...
And I'm like, no, I love the people, but just... get out of my way, so.
Yes, it's an investment, Toya. I agree. Right. You summed it up perfect.
And yeah, sometimes, you shouldn't be in the fast lane if you're doing 35.
Yeah.
So
I want to run them people over. Yeah. And he be talking about my road rage, and I'm like, no, sweetie, you got me. You got that New York road rage. It's different.
Your foot is a little heavier than
No, my foot is not heavy at all. I have a little light foot. I got these little baby small hands. My feet ain't that much bigger than this. I'm trying to talk about my feet on camera.
Nah, it's all good.
Talking about you need to put your feet up. No, your dad size 13 Bigfoot, and talking about my little cute little feet.
Yeah, but other than that, the we make sure that we, when we're together, we're doing movies, date night. We, everything is.
Don't tell them what type of movies, but.
Yeah, all these crazy movies that are coming out, and
I'm being bad, y'all. Let me stop.
And then the activities that we do, riding the bikes and
and that's what we need to do more. Like, obviously, like you said, it's the winter time, but as it gets warm, then we'll be going back to doing our videos and stuff, which I enjoy doing. Right. Tiana says I'll be sick without seeing my husband daily. I got spoiled, really though, because he became my best friend, so he's like my go-to for everything.
That's the only way.
Yeah, I love that, and watching you guys is inspiration for me as well. To see you guys have been through, quite a bit as well, and you're still sticking it out. And I talked to Ty about that. You have to be able to stick it out with somebody. It's not always going to be easy. I don't care how attractive you are to somebody or how you feel about them. It's always going to be challenges, because we go through a lot of disagreements and misunderstandings where it's gotten really heated between us, and we didn't talk for 48 hours. And we made this pact that we're not going to do that. We're not going to go 24 hours without talking to one another, at least some type of contact. Right. Not playing the whole silent treatment. If you don't want to talk to somebody, then you just at least let the person know, like, I need some space. I need just some time to myself, because you don't want to say the wrong thing and then regret it later. Right. Because you're, heated in your emotions and stuff.
Definitely.
Tiana, she said, I'm sure you get to miss each other, though. I miss that aspect. Yeah, we do have that where we don't see each other. So as soon as he walks out the door, I walk out his door, we're on the road driving back, and we're thinking about the person. So we may get halfway through the trip after playing, our music and stuff. Then we end up calling each other, right, because we missed the person. So a lot of, I guess, disputes has happened because we probably miss each other. It doesn't feel like that at first. You're just like, I'm not going to feel like that. But then as soon as they walk out the door, that's when you get hit with it. And I've told you that a lot. Right. As soon as you walk out the door, it's just like, I was so used to him here, even for a few days. Right. So it's like, when you're gone, it's like, wow. So I definitely can't wait till we get to that level of, every day I can see you. We don't have to worry about all this other stuff. We can just focus on just the regular daily, couples life and stuff. Right. Latoya said nothing worth having is easy. Yes, sis. That goes from, jobs, relationships, children, all those things. Right. So I definitely agree with that. Yes, cuz thank you. Toya wrote, let me see, girl, I gotta read this right. She said, every long relationship goes through problems. Every issue is new. Just don't repeat an issue more than 3 times. Have to allow space for mistakes and not keep holding on to the past. Yeah, she just said a whole word. Toya's always giving a whole word, and just in a sentence, she gives out a lot of information. And it's valuable information. I think that's something that you and I, can follow, through as well and stuff.
Right, definitely.
But it's definitely difficult. It's not easy. You always remember things, but then you don't want to just keep bringing stuff up or keep repeating things, or being the person that's always feeling like you're repeating stuff. So it can be a tug of war sometimes, especially between you and I. But then we also think about all the good moments and stuff that we share too. So it's like when you're in a relationship, you can't just focus on all the bad stuff. You got to think about, well, what can we do different now? You know what I'm saying? So we don't repeat this or have it become, a pattern and stuff. Definitely. But it's not easy to do. No, because at our age of 25, you're already set
We're not
in
perfect.
your ways.
Nobody's perfect.
A lot. So it's a challenge, and I've said this on a Whatever You Say podcast of, through you learning different things about myself that I need to work on. Even sometimes just me just getting really defensive or, angry. It may not have nothing to necessarily do with you, but it might be something you said might have triggered me or something, from the past. And then I just get myself all worked up. So that's something I have to work on, too. Tiana says communication, patience, compassion, and comprehension keep us going. He loves that comprehension part, I'm sure. I hope you see what she said. The patience part. You need to blow that up in capital letters.
Yes.
But no, this is definitely true words. These are four key parts to a relationship. Like I feel like if you have those four things down packed, I feel like it's a lifelong thing. But if you at least have the basic of these, then your relationship should be good.
Right.
There shouldn't be too much negativity, going on if you have those things to happen. Tiana said we made 10 years on New Year's Day together, and we'll be celebrating 5 years married this July. Congratulations, girls. Awesome. I knew it was up there around that time. I know y'all been together a long time. So blessings to you guys. I really love watching y'all. She said, God is, of course, in center. Yeah, and that's something Ty and I have started to do recently. I've been going to a virtual church, and him and I have been watching whether we're in person like we are now or our individual homes. Right. So, with COVID and all this stuff going on, we just said, okay, this is something else we can do because we started praying with each other. Chloe's hair is coming all over. We've been praying every morning and every night as best as we could. We skipped some days, but we try to get back into the flow of it. And we've been doing that, and then we added the church about 2 weeks ago.
I think spirituality, whatever it is,
yes, Toya.
Definitely, should be the center of something. You got to believe in something other than yourself. That's my
definitely, yeah. That's what she said in the censor.
And human beings fail us, because we're not perfect. So I don't care if you believe in a chair or a flower.
Right. So have some type of belief, right?
Yeah. Something to talk to, to get your hopes up and believe in.
Yeah.
And for me, I think a day, if any couples are watching this, is, if you have some type of spirituality,
Were you just wiping something?
No, it's just a habit playing with my beard. But I think prayer in the morning. I mean, if you're going through complication with communication and comprehension and all of those compassion things, I think starting the morning up with good morning, babe. No matter if you're together or you're apart, you call each other or whatever, how you want to do it.
Right.
The texting thing, I'm not too big of a fan with it because we misunderstand each other.
Yeah. Big issue we've had with texting.
So in the morning, I think if you start the morning off like that, there won't be too much to worry about as far as even if you had some disagreements. Don't go to bed mad at each other. Yes. So starting up in the morning.
Yes, Toya, that's what we try to work on. I hear a lot of couples talk about that.
Believe in, starting off the day good and blessing your house, travels, pray for each other and pray for your friends, your family members that are in your best interest.
Right.
All of those things. And not just to pray and go to God or whoever you're going to, I guess, to ask for things, be grateful, the gratitude, be thankful for what you have, the roof over your head.
I'm sorry, Chloe opened up my magazine. She wants to open it up to my page.
The food that you have on the table, all of those things are things that you can be grateful for. And
True.
And we have to be grateful for each other, and that's that's very important and key. And then at nighttime, God knows what happened through. Sometimes someone just needs you to listen to them, not don't respond.
Right.
If you had a bad day at work, as much as you're tired, I'm tired. I just got off work, but I made it here. And
Yeah, that's true. He literally just came from work.
And just listen to what that
Mhm.
person have to say. And sometimes they don't need you to respond to it. And just an ear, and just telling them it'll be okay. And then before it's over, before the night's over, you just pray that, that pain in her knee goes away, that
I
the
sure
job
do hope that
situation
goes
gets
away.
better, And that's how I rock, because I disappoint myself a lot. So I know there's angels watching over me and watching over
Yes.
her. I've been blessed
Definitely.
to travel. She's been blessed to travel throughout all of these months, getting on the highway, not having a flat, not having,
Right.
even being blessed. I'm thankful to have money to even travel. These are things that we take for granted,
Yes, yes, Tiana.
So that's, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm just thankful in that way. And I'm thankful that y'all watching this, because I don't get
they
to
definitely
talk to,
watching us and commenting.
Right.
Tiana said, I love that you guys on that journey together. Yeah, especially particularly a spiritual journey with faith. I definitely think it's critical to have that as part of your life together.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of guidance outside of the two of you, even couples counseling, which we'll talk about, I guess, another episode. But I think that's important. Never be ashamed of actually going to someone else, for help.
Right.
Sometimes there may be things that you guys just may need a little help with. That's not, I mean, any type of therapy, I feel like is a positive thing. You just have to find the right match.
Right.
I think that's important, especially within the Black community. It's never nothing to be ashamed of if you feel like, you're going through some type of, like you said, anxiety or, just, any form of depression or mental illness. We have to get rid of that stigma. And I'm happy to see that that's been happening over the last few years, that people have been encouraged to go, seek assistance. They don't have to necessarily be a psychiatrist, but just some type of, religious person or counselor, or even, a friend that you can go to that will actually be there and give you sound advice and stuff and guide you into the right direction. Toya says, yes, talking is great. Some people think to work things out via sex, yet that can't fix all things. Yeah, it can actually cause more issues sometimes. Mm-hmm. You can have all the great sex in the world, but if y'all not communicating, what's the purpose of it? Right. What are you actually getting out of it? Just emptying yourself out, literally, like just emptying and not refilling yourself back up again. Right. Yes, Tiana, thank you. She said we've been blessed to find each other. We had a number of people tell us that too. Hey, your sister's on. She said understanding each other love language. Yes, yeah, that's a very important thing. Ty talks about that a lot. So
I learned a lot. Yeah. Shout out to my sister T.
Shout out, sis.
Because with a lot of that stuff, I do listen to her, like spiritual, and and it does help out for me. So I do reach out to her, other than reaching out to Quadria. But she does help me get be getting through the day like that,
No, we do. We do have to reach out to each other. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, them people in your job, getting on your nerve, anything.
Like today, for instance, being at work, it was a long day. Hey. Talking to tons of people and talking to all of those people, and you got to be up for rejection. So you go through a lot of mental stuff. So I have to do a lot of resetting and then going back out there and getting it. So I'm appreciative.
You've been doing that.
Yes, throughout my whole life, but even now I got a better support system, so it's a beautiful thing.
And that's how we do is support each other.
And also we were talking about therapy and stuff like that, but not even necessarily therapy and talking and stuff. I just thought about I was on Amazon. Amazon is trouble for me. As long as they're a debit card,
all his money going on Amazon.
I will order every single day. But for Christmas, I just picked up something like this couple cards. I don't know if you guys seen a post before of us doing it. And it actually, because sometimes you need to spice things up, and some things that we aren't.
You said spice it up.
Spice it up where some things are probably not being said, or you're just curious about, because there's sometimes where people can be silent,
Right.
and just opening that pack of cards had us just talking, and just realized, oh snap, we went through a whole hour of saying,
actually talking like they were saying
about
earlier.
different things. We do have the cards here.
Oh Lord,
I don't know what they're gonna say. I don't know. It says a couple of questions to ask every day. It recommends that
it's a great set of cards. It really is, and you can go through it more than once. We haven't gone through it; we just started. But you could go through it more than once and have different answers, probably, to each question.
Yes, and you learn a lot about your partner. Things that it reveals a lot of things about them. And
you just want to go do one or two.
We can do one or two.
Okay.
I don't know what they're gonna ask. I might skip if it's two.
No, you can't skip it now. You done brought it out. Oh, Chloe.
Okay.
Chloe is loving Ty's leg right now. And she got my leg too. She ain't heat now. You see, bunking up like that.
All right. What does an ideal life look like for you? Describe a day in this life.
An ideal life?
Yes.
Like in the future?
It says, what does an ideal life look like for you? Describe a day in this life.
Wow. I got to think about this. I mean, for me, I'm looking at now, but I can also think about, the next year as well.
Right.
What I would like. First thing would be not working for anyone. I think that's the case for both of us.
Okay.
We would like to have our own entrepreneur, business. I know definitely for me, I would like to wake up to money in the account. Cooking breakfast. So cooking together. It says making our investments, all that stuff.
So it says describe a day in this life. So what would this day be?
Well, that's what I'm describing. I want to wake up.
All right.
I want to wake up to money and wake up to doing, investments and stuff. Like I said, not working for anyone, working for ourselves. That would be the first thing. Of course, family. Right. God willing. I don't want to get emotional air. So.
Okay. Not problem.
It's just.
So.
Those who know. So. Okay.
So for me, ideal, what a day look like for me. Some of the things that you said. Peace in the land, I guess. Yeah. Peace for all my family members, and a day of sickness just gone, and that day of sickness, for those people that have freedom in that moment. For me, I guess it's a beautiful thing, and not just for that moment. It's just to see people. That to see people enjoy themselves without going through I guess, or some good doesn't come without negative, and some negative don't come without good. So just a peaceful day of not worrying, if that's and that day would just be a beautiful day.
And of course, working out together as a whole, that's obviously going to be a big part of our day.
And she's going to ask the next question.
The next one, what I got now? Give me all these hard ones now. Oh, Lord. Do you want to know when or how you would die? How would your life change with this information?
What?
Yeah. So that's, yeah. No, I don't want to actually know when I'm going to die. So I won't have this life altering information. I don't want to know that at all.
Me neither. So that question is probably not, I don't want to know.
I mean, for some people do.
Some people do.
Some people do want to know, and I don't want it to know anything.
Right.
Because I feel like that, I mean, I don't even know if that's going to be able to change what's going to happen.
Right.
Just because so, right? Because I know you're big into that.
Yes. All right, another question. Have you ever saved someone's life or saved someone from an accident? How did you feel about it?
Well, I guess for me, I don't know if we consider saving someone's life, but I've had people tell me that I saved them in that particular moment from themselves, I guess, where they felt like they were down and out, and talking to me helped lift them up in that particular moment. So I don't know if I, was saving someone from suicide and things. You never actually know what somebody may have been thinking to do before they talk to you.
I don't think I ever saved anybody from an accident. Um,
Chloe.
But as far as saving someone's life, um, yeah, of course we run into a lot of situations. I don't know necessarily if it was saving their lives, but I guess some people, I've always had this gift, or if it's a gift I don't really understand it, that like some things that you say to people, I also say to her. It's like sometimes it takes the right person to say the right thing to you. Everybody can tell you one thing. Hey, you need to do this. You need to do that. It might take that one person to make you open your eyes. And from that experience, I have people, said, you said this one little thing to me the other night, and it actually stuck with me. And you know what? I'm gonna make a change because I appreciate you that much. So in that sense, brings joy to my heart that I can, be able to give that, that clarity to someone, and make them want to live longer, get up, maybe to exercise or to,
just something that day they may not, been wanting to do.
So I look at that as saving someone, I guess we're gonna go through one more.
Yes. Okay. If you could solve one problem in the world, what would it be? What would that mean to you? This is 3-part. Would you want to be celebrated for doing it?
We'll read it again, man.
If you could solve one problem in the world, what would it be? What would that mean to you? Would you want to be celebrated for doing it? And you guys can answer that as well if you can hear. So
for me, I think I just said this almost sounds like the same question to me. Like in a day, pretty much I would take a problem I would solve in this world. It's probably no, you know what? I probably the hunger issue. Like everybody would be able, if everybody can eat, that would be fine with me.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Take away, everybody needs to eat. I don't care what country you in, whatever. People were fortunate to have, because people need food to survive. And I guess what would it be? It would be food, and what would it mean? What would it mean to me? It would mean the world to me, And I don't want to be celebrated for anything that I do for people, because it has to be done from the heart. So if it's not from the heart, I don't see any blessings in it. So you just have to, let go. And for me, let go and let God and let Him use you. You walk as that light, And that's how I look at it. For that
and
question.
that's a big thing. I mean, the problem I would want to solve, I don't know if it would be able to be me in particular just doing it, but I'd want everyone who wants to be an actual parent to have the ability to become that. I don't know how that would happen. Technology has, made it possible for millions of people. But for me, that would be really important thing if I was able to, medical doctor or whatever, to be able to give everyone the opportunity to experience that. There's so many people out here now that I know personally that are struggling with, with fertility issues, reproductive issues and stuff. So I think that would solve, a big issue. You guys be surprised how many people out here, their last wish on this earth, if they ever had, was, or is to become, a parent. And of course, you can be a parent in all different ways. It's not just one way. A lot of us know people who have taken care of us that, didn't give birth to us. They were still parents in role, guardian role.
Right.
So someone doesn't have to give naturally birth to you.
Right.
To be a mother, a father to you, or surrogate, whatever. So for me, I know that would be something that I wish that I could just wave a little wand across the whole world and be able to make that, a reality for both men and women. It's not just women, that's facing this problem. It's men as well in their lives. So.
I said the last question, but I just pulled this one out, so I'm going to read it. I mean, you can ask yourself this question. It says, what are you most looking forward to in the coming year? Is there a specific experience that you're really looking forward to this year? So, what are you looking forward to this year? And is there a specific experience that you're really looking forward to?
I mean, what I have in mind, I can't really say now on air.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather that be a surprise later. But I would say, just in general, traveling and stuff like that, going out, the area, out the country.
Yes, I agree.
I think that's something important. But as far as the other stuff, we can hold out for that.
I guess, and traveling for me as well, and having more me time. I enjoyed the me time during the pandemic, not have to, because before then, I honestly think the world, rest in peace to everybody, that, and to all the family members and people that lost people due to COVID and stuff like that. But I honestly, it worked for me in a lot of different ways, because it had me see things about myself. Me always working 2 jobs, working 7 days a week, have a side hustle, 9 to 5, and just always there was no sit down for Tyrone. So I took advantage of all of that stuff. I mean, I was going to my house, been living in that, for like 6 years. And like there was dust in the living room because I never went in the living room. To sit down, other than cooking some food, I was like coming in the house, dropping clothes and then hopping and going right back out. So sitting down, I got a little anxiety by saying, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And that answer came. I said, I'm going to work on me. So that's the best thing that you can work on.
It definitely is the main thing to work on.
Don't go to work 8 hours, 12 hours and not make any time for yourself. I love the entrepreneur thing. I dibble back and forth from 9 to 5 entrepreneur. Honestly, I only want to work for me. I've been making people rich my whole life,
Yeah,
probably like a lot of people that's on here, So, I mean, it's that leap out on faith and, you swim to the middle of the water, to get the other side, you're going to have to continue to swim, and sometimes it just works like that, nothing, no crutch or anything to look back on or,
you can't be fearful of change. Some people are nervous about that, even moving to the next city.
Right.
You can't move.
Right.
If you can't do that, you won't be able to move into a new career, for example.
Right. So I took my last $100 bill and was able to pay my rent for 2 months and had, plenty of chemicals and stuff left for my mobile detailing. Then it got overwhelming. Then I had to hire other people to
it started to grow more.
Yeah, it started to grow. And
this wine is coming to me now.
I loved it, and I mean, it took my last $100 to do that, versus having thousands, $50,000 and $100,000, just blowing it, going to clubs and just think I'm living it up. It took me, to get that very little bit. And it's like, oh my God, so put a little away for yourself and work on yourself. Your dreams is not over.
It's not. And I love the post about that. People feeling like they're too old or they don't have enough money. Well, you have to start somewhere at some point. You can't just give up and just say, well, my time has come and you're just, 36 years old. Like you're really just starting life, to be honest, in a lot of ways. You're probably just discovering what it is that you really love, to do or that you want to do. You're tired of doing stuff for other people. But I realize everybody's not meant to own, business. That's something I had to learn. Everybody does not want to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's not necessarily built for that. So I had to learn not to frown upon people who are okay with working for somebody for 30 years.
Right.
Just because that's not what I want to do or Todd wants to do doesn't mean it's wrong. Everyone has their own path or own way to go about things and stuff. We just know for us that we don't want to be doing that. We don't want to continue. Right. We appreciate, the jobs and stuff we have and what we're doing. Everything is a learning experience. We learn from every job I've had. I know I've taken something from it that's carried on with me and stuff.
And I guess growing up, my grandmother was very strong, very strong lady. I see too many women like that. Well, all women are strong to me. My grandmother, through everything that she went through, she taught me how to cook and clean and take care of myself, and because how she grew up, and it was get a job. You're not gonna lay around this house 6 a.m., 5:30, hit the floor. It's like, so it's militant. I have to. I don't go too long without having a job. With my faith, everything just, when I don't think something is gonna happen, boom, it always comes through. I do things with a pure heart, and that's the way to live. And I just encourage people to live that way. And also, since we have these cards and she's drinking her wine, I don't drink, but she's enjoying her wine.
I'll be drinking like that.
Let's see what these.
Baby, we can just wait. We can just hold off.
Okay, so
for the next show, because it's
for the next show.
Yeah, it's time now. So
it's time.
Yeah, so we can save those, for another show. We can talk about that.
The Q and T and
QTpies.
The QTpies and the Snackfits and all of that stuff. And,
all that stuff.
Butter croissants and chicken nuggets and stuff.
Well, you my tenderloin, so.
Tenderloin.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining in. Give us your feedback or whatever.
Yeah, definitely do that. Or like I said, any other questions you guys might have, just for us or in general, or just any advice that you may want to give and your thoughts. So Ty and I are very open to learning, especially those people who've already been in long-term relationships, whether you're married or just living together, or what's the term, common in laws and stuff. So we just want to be able to be open ears to all of what you guys have to say. So yeah, we appreciate everybody that commented on. We love everybody. This support is definitely beneficial for us. It definitely encourages us to do more things, together, more than we're already doing together. So It is Wellness Wednesday. The day is not over yet, so you still have plenty of time to do something that's healthy for you. Eating grapes, just walking around the house, meditating. We have a lot of sage and candles and all that stuff. There's so many little things that you can do. Having a cup of tea, taking a nice bubble bath and stuff, just cleansing your body and things, taking care of yourself, like we were talking about earlier. So there's a lot of things you can do, whether it's physical or mental, emotional, that you can do for yourself tonight, and encourage somebody else to do something. Every day you can try to do something different, just to make yourself actually feel good from the inside out.
Listen to some music.
Definitely, which we were just doing. Shout out to Ari Lennox. We were playing earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your Ro James, right?
Yes.
We were playing him, that neo R&B soul vibe that we missed from the 90s.
I'm a jazz person as well, so I was listening to Lee Morgan as my favorite trumpet player, and he's a young guy, young African American, and
thank you guys.
I was listening to Sidewinder was one of my favorite songs, and it just takes me to a different place, Meditation is good,
And it doesn't have to be a drawn out thing. It can just be 5 minutes of meditation, on YouTube, which I do. I try to do every morning, just to get my mind set before I go into work, or even if I'm not going into work, just even here at home, remotely, just to try to get my mind right. And I like to drink a lot of tea. We have a lot of that.
Right.
I have, y'all don't know how many teas I got.
A lot of tea.
I got aloe vera tea. I have peppermint tea, echinacea tea, chamomile tea. I have that in there. Tea, I have green tea with turmeric in there, ginger tea with lemon and honey.
Tea.
Red, I have red, tea. I have red raspberry tea. Apparently that's good for women, with fertility and flushing themselves and stuff out. So I got all that different stuff in here. Now I love tea. I love my coffee too, but I love my tea. I drink coffee because I'm a rewards member at Dunkin' Donuts. So I get a lot of free beverages, which I can drink tea if I want to as well. It's not like I always have to stick with coffee, but that's how I get my little coffee in, because it's free for me. So that's why. But other than that, I'm a tea girl, water and juice. Not even really juice, mostly just water and tea. And of course, the occasional wine.
I like salsa water.
Now, you know you be drinking more than just some salsa.
Yeah, I drink salsa water. You know, I like cranberry juice.
Yeah, that's good to drink.
All of those
Now I
type
got
of-
beets in here. Thank you, Mom.
Yes, gotta make these
That Chloe
beats.
made her parents. Yeah, child, when I went to the supermarket, I saw them beets. I didn't know was it tentacles coming out. I said, what the hell is this, that? Because I know Tiana posted the other day talking about my arthritis and my cortisone shot and stuff.
Right.
She mentioned the inflammation and how beet juice and beet powder is good to drink. So I talked to this one because he's really into that type of stuff,
Right.
into beets. So I went to the supermarket. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I was about to pick up turnips at first because that was purple too. And I looked down at the sign, it said beets.
Yeah.
And I pulled it out and they just kept going. I said, what the hell is this I'm about to eat?
Man, I remember, well, this was last summer. I was going to cookouts. No, not the summer before last. This summer too. I was going to cookouts and they would have the steak and the barbecue chicken and all of that on the grill, and I'd be down there eating beets and
yeah, he just be eating them. I'm thinking,
and they're like, you don't want no
steak,
you don't want any of this, you don't want any of that, you know, the health life, you know.
Yeah, but I like to eat something that looks good too, not just, you know, healthy for you. Because I pulled them beets out, I didn't know what
it's gonna look. We should probably take a picture. It's
I
gonna
don't even want to put that on camera. y'all know what beets look like. Because
yeah,
I saw it, I was just like, what is this?
Potato peeler and chop it up. You can
Toya
boil
said just beat it. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Just beat it.
And just, I love
then
beets.
beat them out the way because I was like, I don't know what this is.
A lot of things people don't eat because you know how it looks. You'd be surprised.
It looks crazy looking.
Yeah,
it looks like good. A bunch of purple rope tied around.
I don't know which one she got. I didn't see them yet.
I hope I got the right stuff because what I saw, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna eat this. I might have to just stick with my green broccoli and shit because this beets and stuff. I hear people say to eat that, but I might have to stay inflamed because
broccoli not
I
even
can't
real.
Eat no beets like that. You're gonna have to cut it up or something because
it can
even
make it
looking
look
at
like...
it, just kind of like there's something to me.
Oh God!
It felt like they was about to come at me and start crawling or something on me. Well, my mom made a comment. I'm sorry. She said, I love listening to my instrumental music to relax me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she does.
This one time I thought I was a rapper. I'll be trying to rap anymore.
Yeah, you're going to do that now. You're going to do that next episode. We're going to have Ty up there playing your jazz beat, your instrumental, and rapping over it. You and Chloe, we're going to put Chloe on camera, too.
Yeah,
Chloe, you want to come back? Chloe. No. She mad because she can't get back up. She's trying to find a way to get back. But we're gonna sign off tonight. I know we gotta go in the kitchen. At least I probably have to go in the kitchen and cook something up because he was traveling to get here. So probably do the Chipotle bowl mix again. Because I've been doing it a few times now. And even when he wasn't here, I've been doing different things. So I try to mix it up and do different versions and stuff on it. So all healthy stuff. This is probably the only unhealthy thing I'm doing right now is drinking this wine. Everything else I buy, I try to make sure I don't bring any unhealthy stuff in the house. Even popcorn, I try to get that tasteless as popcorn.
Popcorn is good
light
for you,
butter
though, right?
or no butter. I try to do that because me and him love to eat popcorn all the time.
I didn't know that she liked popcorn that much until we went to the movies. And I'm getting busy on the popcorn. She just takes the whole container.
I didn't do that. That's not.
And she has it bent over in her lap, and I'm like, wait.
What you mean? See, we about to get off now because he's showing out.
Can I get a little popcorn?
What you mean? I had the popcorn in the middle, so you're supposed to take turns. Like I eat some of it, and you take a little bit, right, Chloe?
No, we need two.
See, that's why Chloe coming on because you're making up stuff now. But the point he's saying is we both love popcorn.
Right.
So I'm constantly buying now. He's constantly, but we don't want it with all that movie theater popcorn, even though we love that.
Yes.
So we try to eat the light popcorn.
A lot of butter.
Very healthy. Yeah, but that's not what we're trying to do, baby. We don't. I love my popcorn with butter too, but yeah, we can't be doing all that.
That Skinny Girl tastes very good.
Yes.
Skinny Girl and the Skinny Girl
thank you, Toy.
salad dressing.
It
only has soon.
Yes. She said straight from starchy food and heavy foods. Yeah, I try not to
She's
eat
a
after
pasta
7
girl.
o'clock.
I'm not very
I love my pasta. I haven't really ate too much, but I think I just had pasta once in like 3 weeks. I haven't really had pasta too much. And like Toya was saying, don't eat too late. I normally don't eat after 7:30. And if I have anything, it's going to be like a little pretzel or something. I drink a lot of water, which fills me up.
But you shouldn't go to bed hungry. Because when you go to bed hungry, you're going to make poor decisions. And you start.
Well, yeah, that's true. But that's the whole part of disciplining yourself. Making sure you have enough to eat, or making your time management a certain way, so that you are eating by a certain time and not eating too late. Like she said, these heavy foods and stuff.
At least 2-3 hours
and
before.
Just eating whatever because you're hungry.
Right.
You know, if you're going through a fasting or you're really trying to lose weight, unfortunately, you got to be able to get through that. Right. Be able to, learn your body, know what you have to do in order to not be hungry. Because that is a problem. If you're hungry, you're going to eat. Yeah. You're going to try to find something to eat, and it may not be the best thing to eat, especially 10, 11 o'clock at night. You don't necessarily want to cook.
And it seems like every time you go to the shopping center, supermarket, your favorite snack is on sale.
It sure is. And you be looking for them, too.
Yeah, it's on sale.
Like,
when did Chips Ahoy become $2 a pack? The chewy ones, like. Why wouldn't I buy these? But that's the discipline.
Yeah, sugar for me is something I've really started to cut out.
I love peanut butter, so even peanut butter is high, for cholesterol and all of that. When I started, I was just bringing a banana and it was like, what you having for lunch? I would just have my little container of
peanut butter. Good, right? A banana, peanut butter.
Banana, peanut butter.
Or apples. You love your apples and stuff too. Mm-hmm.
And I know it's like me eating an apple before bed or something like that, it actually helped out my digestive system.
The fiber and stuff too.
Right.
So you can really eat healthy off of certain foods. It's just learning how to mix it up so you're not eating the same meal all the time, because that would make it boring. Right. So you can learn how to cut an apple up all different ways, boil it and all this. There's so many different things you can do, but it just takes patience. And time and practice.
During the summer, I used to eat like calorie. People are like, I'm not eating that. That's diabetic ice cream or whatever it is. Ice cream is not good for my stomach, but I eat the ice.
Sure ain't,
the zero ice pop. 0 calories and stuff, and that would kill my hunger for a little bit. Keep a piece of gum in your pocket.
Right.
But sometimes that builds up acid and stuff. But that's why you always have to drink water. I had one guy, Rastafarian guy, he seen me. He said, "Yo, I see what you're doing. You're looking good. You're losing weight and stuff." He said, "I bet you're drinking a lot of water." I said, "Yes." And he said, "Let me tell you something. You put your hand in the sand, in the water or whatever.
Right.
And in the water, eventually, what happens to the sand? Eventually, the sand disappears, and that's just like your body. So." Like you pouring all that water on the dishes to get that stuff, that's cleansing your skin. Right. A lot of people want to buy chemicals that boom, boom, boom. It's just water, Drink a lot of water and,
And we got that good skin.
Good skin.
That glowing skin. Yeah. Water. People are always asking me, at least all the time, my skin and stuff. And, it has to do with not just genes, but dieting and taking care of yourself.
Right.
I'm drinking wine now, but I really don't drink that much. Right. And smoking and all those chemicals and stuff in my body. So
you gotta want to live. You want to be there for your future kids. You want to be there for your family. And I think I look at it as like I don't want to be selfish anymore, because I can't be here for them if I live that lifestyle that I used to live. So if it takes putting down a drink or putting down a smoke or anything like that, it's going to give me longer life, even though we don't know when it's, how long it's going to be. But while I'm here, just passing it down, break those, those cycles that the family used to be, frying bacon inside grease. My family's from the South, so we cook everything. It's disrespectful to not eat the food that's in the house, So you have breakfast at Auntie house, you're going to have breakfast at Grandma's house, sister house, cousin house. You better eat something there. So, but now you just have to avoid those houses and, eat a little bit, say you're going to take it home. Don't dare throw it in the garbage, freeze it or something. Definitely.
I'm being bad. I'm teasing Toya. I said them raisins be looking like bugs sometimes. The way they be looking. Like I like cinnamon raisin like bagels, but I can't just eat like regular just raisins, raisin bran cereal. My mom loves to eat that. I can't eat all that. I
don't know if anybody ever tried you take the grapes.
Thank you, Toya. She said she's happy for us. Thank you.
You take the grapes. I don't know if anybody washes their fruits and stuff. Sometimes we can't wait to like eat the fruit. But wash it.
Yeah, wash that junk.
And take a paper towel and go between. You see how much, or use latex gloves, and you'll see how green the stuff is. Yeah. On there, and rinse them off. Put them in the freezer, and that's a nice little night snack. I learned that from working. Frozen fruit like that is really good.
Especially
You'd be surprised the little things that
You can save yourself a lot of time, like
and a lot of money too. You don't have to go to Carvel's and all of this.
That's true. You can make your own fruit.
Haagen-Dazs and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You can satisfy your body in different ways.
All different ways. But we're gonna sign off tonight. So we've been on a little more than an hour or so. So eventually we'll get to cooking something. Well, I have to cook, and we can do that probably in 30 minutes. So we'll have that knocked out by 10 o'clock, and then we'll probably be up for a little while, and then settle in some type of way. Him and I both had issues with sleeping and stuff, so I'm glad this wine will probably be what knocks me out. What's going on?
And that's that too. I know the show can keep going on, but another part with the.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on as well.
Yes, Toya. It's whatever you say, Toya. But yeah. So.
Don't be making fun of us. You be watching every episode.
It's whatever you say.
Yes. And check out our show, Whatever You Say. We have an Instagram page as well. Anchor, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and everything. So we just did a show recently. So you guys can check that out as well as you're watching this show tonight. So please spread the word on that. My two sisters, Latoya and Keisha, my girls. So we got a lot of big things coming as well. So love you guys. I hope everyone has a blessed weekend. And we'll be back again soon.
We'll be back again. To the next time.
The next time.
Peace.
Good night, y'all.